September 11th, 2001, a day where more than 3,000 Americans were killed, the result of a terror attack.
As the U.S. marks 23 years since the attack on the World Trade Center in New York, the impact of that day can still be felt decades later. Local 3's Xavier Harris spoke with folks around town who remember that day.
It's been 23 years since the terror attack, and whether you were at the towers, the Pentagon, or watching it unfold on TV many miles away, the events that happened that day impacted every American in so many ways. I caught up with some of those Americans, and they say they remember where they were during the attack, and they say it's a day they'll never forget.
We were just all glued to the news, watching it, and no one really knew what to do.
Mark Wagnon says it was the day before his birthday, and he was making plans with his wife to travel to Atlanta, and he heard about the first plane crashing into the North Tower at 8:46 a.m.
Somebody messed up. It was a smaller plane. Maybe it was just a misinformation.
He says it wasn't until the second plane crash he knew it was intentional and something was wrong. He says he was in total shock.
Heartbreaking and just hard to get your head around it.
For Rebecca Roche, September 11th hits a little different. She says she was in New York City during the attack.
Traumatic. It was. Yeah. People just started running. I could see all the debris, everything that had fallen.
She says over the past 23 years, there isn't a day that goes by she doesn't think about being so close to where a terrorist attack happened.
It's still sad when I think about it. Sometimes I get choked up about it. I did this morning watching TV.
Another Chattanooga native, LK, says her children were in school during the time of the attack, and explaining to them what was happening was one of the hardest things she had to do as a mother.
That was not easy. First of all, they were young. So, when you're young, when you're children, you see beauty in the world. You don't see, hate. And, so me having to explain to them and reassuring them that they were also safe, it was a difficult moment.
Folks I spoke with today all agreed in a world so divided with politics and policies, it's nice to have a day where all Americans can come together as one to remember a day they say they will.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never, ever forget.
Never forget.
Reporting in Chattanooga, Xavier Harris, Local 3 News.